Hello, I'm Travis Wright Colopy, and welcome back to another video in the Tummy to Tuck series. This is Part 3, The Plan. Instead of being out on another hot, sweaty walk, we are back in the classroom because today I have some props with you. And yes, today we are going over the plan. Now, if you missed parts 1 and 2, the vision and the commitment, please check those out so you're all caught up before we go over the plan, which is the next phase of meeting a training goal. In previous videos, we have talked about the value of setting a goal, specifically SMART goals, and also why, if you're going to meet that goal, you need a plan. Before, we had said that without a goal, clearly you have no finish line, you have no direction to go, there's nowhere for your compass to point, but that without a plan, you're essentially just aimlessly doing whatever you think you might need to do, rather than being a guided missile that's on target towards that goal. Today, we are going over that plan for how I'm going to achieve the overall Tummy to Tuck's goal within the next now almost 2.5 months to go. Instead of talking specifically about my plan that I'm using individually, I will mention some things, but mainly what the kind of tools I'm using and the kind of detail I'm wanting to put into my plan to make sure it is the most effective plan possible to help me achieve that goal. Being able to not only fit into my tux, but also to look pretty good in it. Good news is I did try it on a week ago before video 2, and although I can get it on, I can button the jacket, the vest and the pants. The pants and vest would rather I not do that because they're a little snug, but at least it's a little bit of proof of concept that I can get the thing on now. I just need to make sure it fits well and comfortably. So when a lot of people get into a new routine of trying to work out, say around New Year's, or just say there's something they want to fit in, just like me, they say, all right, I'm going to start working out. Well, that's great. That's the first step, and that's more than a lot of people do. But you can put that on your calendar each day, just plain workout, and see what happens. Well, what's going to happen is the first week or so, yeah, they'll go out and work out, but they might not get beyond that. More importantly, though, even if they do consistently work out each and every day, what they're doing may not actually be building towards whatever their goal is. The reason for that is their plan isn't really good. Working out every day isn't a plan. It's an aspiration that you can, in fact, achieve, but it doesn't have anything that you can measure. And what the M and the SMART goal is measurable. And as we know, what gets measured gets improved. If you can't measure it, you don't know how well you really did, and you don't really have a meaningful way to determine the next step that you need to achieve, say tomorrow or the next week or in the next month. So let's look at a basic plan. And what I have here is a simple wall calendar, but what I've done is every single week laid out a plan at different levels of detail. And this is essentially an example of good, better, and best. So for this first week, you can see we just have that simple aspiration of I'm going to work out every single day. That's a good start, but it's not necessarily what's going to get you to your finish line, all the months ahead. So the next best step is to just start adding some more detail in. You're not just going to work out, but what exactly are you going to do? Well, we're going to then improve on that, and we're going to add a little bit more detail. So for the next week, you can see, instead of just saying we're going to work out, we're going to list what activities we're going to do. So first day, we're going to run some and walk some, and then we're going to lift. The next day, we're going to rest a little bit from that run and only walk and lift, and then again, increase that intensity, and so on and so forth. This is a lot better than just saying you're going to work out. It tells you exactly what you're going to do. So come, Tuesday morning, when you roll out of bed, you're not just going to think, oh, what am I going to do today? Well, already you're going to walk and you're going to lift. This is much better than this, but it's still not as great as it could be. So for the next week, we just start adding in some more detail with more specifics. So we're going to walk for 15 minutes, then we're going to run 2 miles, and then we're going to lift. And not only are we going to lift, we are going to train our arms. Then the next day, we're going to walk 3 miles, not just walk around aimlessly, and then we're going to lift and we're going to focus on our legs. Then again on Wednesday, walk 15 minutes, run 2 miles, and then we're going to do yoga for 30 minutes. So as you can see, and then just continue for that for the week. The more detail we have to put on our plan, the more specific those exercises will be, the easier it will be to measure and track our improvement, see how far we've come, see what we need to do in the future. If we find something that doesn't work, we can change it because we actually know what we can change. If we just stayed up here and said, oh, working out every day, that doesn't tell you anything for what you did before or what you're going to do tomorrow. And if you find problems, you don't really have anything to fix because it's just general working out. But it can still get better. So here on the 4th week, and just for the interest of space, I've only done 2 days here. Again, just walk 15 minutes, but we're going to do it easy. We're going to run 2 miles again, but we're going to do it at race pace. We're going to lift and focus on our arms again, but we have these 3 sets. Say the first one's going to be using 15 pounds of weight. We're going to have 3 sets of 10 reps. And, then later on, we're going to have max reps, max weight, whatever for another set. Again, this is just very basic overview. You're trying to add in as much detail as possible to give very specific workouts on your plan. Then again, for the next one, we're going to add in a warm-up, not just a walk, with 20 jumping jacks, 10 air squats, followed by 4 miles of running at a moderate pace. And then again, we're going to do a 30-minute yoga routine, and we're going to have, a certain set of poses that we're going to do through that routine. Overall, you can see that the value of the plan improves the more detail you provide because it gives you a lot more to measure and a lot more to track with your progress. It also takes a lot more of the decision making out on the day if you do it in advance, because we've all been in that place where we don't know quite what we're going to do when we roll out of bed, and in that moment of indecision, we can very easily roll back over and go to sleep, as opposed to knowing, all right, when I wake up, I'm going to be doing this warm-up, I'm going to be doing this run, I'm going to be doing this yoga routine, and then we just get to it. Now, as an example of a program I have used in the past that can show how much detail you can put into a plan, this is from the Jump Rope Dudes 90-day program, and you can see how much detail goes into it. And this is just a single day's workout. And while it looks long, it's actually just a very brief, probably 30-minute high-intensity interval training program, but you can see how much it's broken down. You can see the warm-up at the top. You can see each step of the workout of the day, and it also has modifications in case you're not feeling quite up to the full intensity workout, but it gives you something to look at with a lot of detail. You can see on each day has its own plan that's very detailed. It gives you something very concrete to follow, and you know what's coming. But once you have determined your plan and filled out the little steps along the way, you can't just, shelve it to the back of your mind and try to remember it each day. It has to be somewhere where you'll actually see it. You can look at it each day, check off your progress, whether it's just crossing the day off or just putting a check mark by each little activity, and then also where you can evaluate it. That evaluation might mean you put in whether or not you actually did the entire run or did as many reps as you want. You can put in a little comment, say, hey, this didn't feel good, or this was too easy, whatever it might be, where you can get some reflection on it so you can improve the plan for the future. If you find the plan isn't working for you, you need to update it now as opposed to waiting to the very end of your goal period and finding that you're nowhere near where you wanted to be because your plan didn't work for you. If you find a problem, fix it now so your plan can improve and it'll get you where you want to go. So there are many ways you can do that. Just using some examples from training plans I am using or have used before, you can get even something as simple as just printing out your plan. Just each day is its own page with a detailed workout. This is one from particular plan I've used before from Jump Rope Dudes. It's a 90-day training plan, and you can see exactly how much detail they break it down each and every workout. Or you can just keep your training plan on a laptop or tablet. You know, this is the same Jump Rope Dudes training plan where it's a downloadable PDF. The laptop or tablet option is also really good if you have a program that's using video-based workouts, or you're using it to play motivational music or just whatever keeps you pumped up and going during your workout. That's a great option too. But it doesn't even have to be that technical or high-end. Just get like a nice little wall calendar or something. Fill out the little things, hang it on the wall, so it's there for you when you're working out, or before or after, and you can say, yes, I did this is what I need to do today, this is what I have done, and this is what I will be doing tomorrow. It doesn't have to be a big deal, but it has to be done, and it has to be somewhere where you can look at it every single day. That's what will keep you going towards the finish line. If you really want to go wild with it and have a training plan that you actually have to work to not look at, you can just go on Amazon and buy some of the big wall calendars. Here's one big monthly one. Or if you're really going long, just get a full-sized wall calendar for the entire year where you can really plan out your entire plan every single day, see it all in one place, and you know what's coming down the pipeline for you, so you know you have to work hard today in order to make tomorrow not suck so much. Some of you might use those kind of huge wall calendars for work or your kids' activities or whatever it might be, but I'll link to them below so you can find them on Amazon if you think that will be something that will help you out to get to your goal. So that is the plan for my Tummy to Tux journey. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel below, click the notification bell so you get all the updates when the next video drops, and please leave a comment or a question below if there's something you would like to talk about related to the Tummy to Tux video series, or with developing a training plan generally. And if there's someone in your life who you think could benefit from this video, please share it with them so that you can help them get to their goal, whatever that might be. Again, if you missed the first two parts, the vision and the commitment, please check them out so you're all caught up. They're linked below for you. And we will see you next week for part 4, the team.